Morning everyone, happy World Carnivorous Plant Day. I'm Matt Soper, founder and owner of Hampshire Carnivorous Plants. We're a carnivorous plant nursery based here on the south coast of England, and we've been in business for the last 25 years. My passion with carnivorous plants mainly is hybridizing Sarracenia for sure, and it's really kept me interested in these plants. The hybrids you can come up with are endless really. You can just keep crossing, back crossing, which is fantastic. You can make up all sorts of different shapes, colours and sizes. Today here, it's the end of April, and to be honest, our plants have been quite a long way behind this year. I'd like to show you how I pollinate the plants myself here, and how we go about selecting different hybrids to cross. So let's have a look. We do have quite a number of plants to choose from. All the plants along these beds here are our display plants. What I mean by that, these are plants that we would use at the flower shows to put on our floral displays. Again, you can see not much is up yet. Normally we'd be a lot further ahead than this, but what I'm looking for is just up here, and it's this one here. This is Sarracenia purpurea burkii, Chipola giant, and I really want to cross this with some of the plants in my collection of hybrids over the other side there. So this one will take over to the other side and cross this with a selected plant I've got over there. In this section of the greenhouse, I've got a lot of hybrids that I've created over the years and selected out the best of the best, as it were. And this is one H404, which is a very large Morii, and I want to cross this with the Chipola giant. It's just starting to drop pollen now, and you can just see inside there, see the pollen at the bottom of the umbrella. So this one's just right for crossing today. Now, to be honest, there are a lot more in here that I'd rather cross. I've been crossing quite a lot of minors recently with Morii to make some really nice, elaborate, excellent looking hybrids. But as not everything's open at the moment, we're restricted what we can cross. But this would be a good start, and it'd be good for the video, I think. So we'll take this one down the front and have a look. Right, we've got the plants down the front of the greenhouse here, and first of all I thought I'd better explain why we've chosen these two and why we do select plants to cross. And the three main things I'm looking for are size, colour and vigour. Vigour over the years I've found is extremely important. I don't want things that look really nice but just hang on. I want plants that are going to grow big, strong, and they're easy to grow. So in the past I've crossed some real crackers. They've looked fantastic, but they've been so slow and just hung on that it's pointless really. Vigour is most important, as is size and colour. You want them to be as colourful as possible, so as white as possible, or as red, and as big as possible, or some as small as possible. You want the extremes, things that look different. We're looking for plants that aren't commonly seen, so which I think is what all breeders are looking for with these plants, to be honest. Just something that stands out. And once you've been growing them a while, you know when something's different. They stand out, they really do stand out like a beacon. So that's what we're looking for. Now here we've got the Chipola giant. This one has been cut back a lot. This gets huge. This is a real big one. Well, that's originally from Alan Hindle, and it's a really large growing plant. So it's big, strong, and it's vigorous. This again is a huge growing Morii, huge white floppy lid with a big red splotch in the back. Big growing plant, strong growing. So that's why I'm crossing these two. So hopefully we'll get some really nice Michiana looking hybrids from these. And hopefully I'm looking for a big mouth, white frilly rim, with huge stocky fat pitchers. That's the sort of thing we're looking for with this cross. So fingers crossed that's what we get, but there again we might not. We might get tall green ones which aren't very big, and well, you know, if you hybridize plants, you know, you get the full spectrum. So bearing in mind this is a primary hybrid crossed with a species. So I haven't been doing many like this lately. I have been crossing a lot of hybrids with hybrids, so it'll be interesting to see what we get come up. Okay, I'm going to cross all 3 of these Purpurea Burkii flowers with this one flower from the Morii. And what I use myself is a small spatula. You can see it's just a piece of aluminium or steel wire that's been flattened out at the end. Here's some other ones here. And I really like to use these because you can actually pick the pollen up fairly easily and really drive it home onto the stigma. So let's show you how I go about doing that. Lift the petal up. Can you see the pollen down in there? I like to pat it down a little bit. Okay, I like to pick it up on the spatula. It's like a sort of a small spoon, I suppose, in some ways. Like this. Can you see the pollen there? Okay. And then we'll get one of the flowers of the Purpurea. The stigmas can be seen quite clearly just here. I'm just dabbing it on there. Like that. And again here. You can really see it sticking to them here. And I do touch all the stigmas with the pollen. Another thing that I do is the timing. I find round about 11:30 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, round about the middle of the day. Here in the UK it gets very cold at night. Even at this time of year we had a frost the night before last, believe it or not. And if the flowers are cold, I find the pollen just doesn't hold. So around about midday when the sun's at its highest, although we're not getting a lot of sun here at the moment, for me here that's the best time and we get a good strike rate, and it's the best time for making. I usually do this for about 3 days. I do it 3 days in a row. Pollinate each flower just to be sure. And then I mark it, it's an H404 by 3 flowers. As you can see here, pop that down in the pot of this Burkii. Now, you can cover them with a small muslin bag to protect them from other insects pollinating them, but to be honest, here in the UK, when we're growing them under glass, they flower way before any other pollinating insects are around. Anything that's growing outside in the bog garden, they're only about an inch out of the rhizome at the moment, so there isn't much chance. I mean, there is a chance, but it's very slim. So to be on the safe side, you can cover them in a small muslin bag so nothing else gets in there. Leave them, and then the seed can be collected usually around September, October time. This year, well, this last season, we collected all our seed last week in October. So that's sort of our season here. A couple of crosses I made last year, and this seed was sown about 8 weeks ago, 8-9 weeks ago. And you can see the resulting seedlings coming up. These are about at the point where they need to be thinned out now, but you can see you've had very good germination rate with that method of crossing. Now, growing Sarracenia, there are lots of different ways. There isn't a right way or a wrong way, but I'm just showing you how I go about it here on the nursery. Now, I hope you found that informative and helpful. And maybe if you've got the time now and your plants are in flower, you can give it a go yourselves. It's literally just using a small flat piece of wire, which I find very, very good. And I've been successful with that. So yeah, hope you found the video helpful. Thanks for watching.
It's not a surprise that gardeners, educators, and scientists are fascinated by these unique plants. The International Carnivorous Plant Society, or ICPS, not only love these plants, but welcomes growers just getting started all the way through professional scientists. The ICPS even started an annual World Carnivorous Plant Day to celebrate them. The free online event is held the first Wednesday of May. Take a look around our website and you'll find historic documents about carnivorous plants, growing guides, free educational resources, and more. Have questions? Ask. We don't bite, but our plants do.